Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is very much an impromptu video. I just had a call from a concerned person talking about heating water, cooking food, sterilizing water for consumption. So it's late at night. I was about ready to go to bed, but I thought it would be important to go ahead and make this video ahead of the storm Florence that's now approaching the East Coast. So hoping I'm in frame. I'm not going to edit this, I'm just going to roll with it, okay? So what I've got here is some great value potted meat. And if you don't have this, if you have cats, then this is a very similar can to cat food. So first thing we want to do is get rid of this, and went ahead and got my knife. Little man, he likes this stuff, so I'm going to save it. And you can buy the cat food for like 53 cents a can. I don't know what this is per can. It might be cheaper than that. So I'm going to scrape this out to save it, and I'm going to go wash this out. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I have washed it out, cleaned it out, dried it out. Next thing you want to do is remove the label, which on this was pretty easily. It's going to have a little bit of glue left. So after you remove the label, next thing you're going to need, you can use a nail if you don't have a pair of hole punches. But what I do, just come down, and we're going to do about probably about a ½ inch below the lip, and just try to make them as evenly as possible. There's one. Go to the opposite side. We're going to put about 8 to 16 holes in this can as evenly as possible around this can, okay? Like I said, this is impromptu. I'm not marking anything. Actually, I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up early in the morning. But I understand that there are concerned people. So, if you can see that, I've got a hole here, 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 and here. Like north, east, south, and west. The next thing I want to do is just put extra holes in between them, okay? And this is just called a cat food can heater, or a cat food can stove. And we're going to test this out after we finish. So there again, if you do not have a hole punch, then just use a nail. And you probably want to put it on a round piece of wood. So now we have 8 holes purchased. The next thing we want to do, of course, it's going to have this lip inside where the pull tab was. So I'm just taking my knife. I'm going to smooth that out, okay? Alright. Now, much better. If you have any fiberglass insulation, you can put that down inside. What that will do is not only act as a wick, but it will also, if you happen to spill it, the alcohol that we're going to put in it is not going to run everywhere and possibly be a fire hazard, especially if you're using it inside the house. So what we're going to use, I'm just going to use it just like it is, and what I'm going to be using is heat. This is gas line, antifreeze, and water remover in the yellow bottle. You can pick this up at Walmart, Advance, AutoZone, Napa, Pep Boys, CarQuest. Any of your automotive stores will carry this. If you do not have this, then I would recommend 91% rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. So I'll get this set up on the stove and get maybe a couple of cups of water to a boil, and then I'll bring you back and light it up and show you where this goes. Okay, I've got you set up on the stove. You can see the water is sitting at about 2 cups of water, or 16 ounces. It's a little bit over 16 ounces, but that's okay. And I'm using again the heat in the yellow bottle so you can get a good look at it. Now I'm going to back away, and I've got a 1/2 ounce of heat already measured out. There we go. I'll pour this in here. 1/2 ounce of heat. Now, if you're using this, make sure that this is not next to the flame, because it is hot. And light it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it is lit. And the next thing we're going to do is pour our 2 cups, or a little bit over actually, into our pot. And this is just a grease pot I'm using for $6. It's very, you can see from my hand that it's a decent sized pot. You can certainly cook in it. It doesn't take that long. A lot of times you do have to wait for this to heat up the pan a little bit before you set it directly on the flame, or it'll snuff it out. There we go. Alright, I'm going to turn out the lights and so you can see it, because it's not showing up on my video camera. Maybe it will on yours. But, sorry about the camera noise, but see how that's going? And it's actually, after a little bit of time, it should get a better flame pattern. And you can see how quickly that we made this little stove. Okay, so what I do is I keep a 4-pack of the heat in the yellow bottles. I always keep a 4-pack, because a 1/2 ounce of fuel is definitely good enough for one person if you're looking for a hot beverage and warming up your food, or 2 people if you're just warming up food, or 2 people if you're just heating coffee or something. Let's see if I can bring this down without making too much of a ruckus. There we go. So you can see the holes that we created. And actually, if you look around to the side, you'll see some fuel that has kind of popped out. So you definitely want to use this not on plastic surface, but on something like the stove top, something that's not going to catch on fire. Like I said, you can help this method if you pack it with fiberglass or something else. Now the flames are starting to intensify. We know that it's burning, so I'm going to cut on the lights and start looking to see when we start getting a boil, or at least some bubbles. Okay. Alright, we can still see the flame in this picture, but a lot of times if you're using this for camping, then you're not going to see it in broad daylight. I'm not even putting a top on this. Bring you up here and get you closer. Well, that's a nice look at our spices. And see if I can get this. See if I can get it to focus. I should have got a thermometer. I don't know if it's showing up on camera or not, but I'm starting to get little fine bubbles. That's 2 cups of water. without a lid on top. And that is 1/2 ounce of fuel. Now, each of these bottles it's not going to focus probably, but that's 12 ounces of fuel in there. So essentially that's 24 times per bottle that you can use this. Starting to get some steam. Maybe it'd help if I put on some more light on it. I would love for this to focus, but if you've been following my channel, you know that it doesn't focus very well. Just like that. So, we're not looking to get a rolling boil out of a half ounce of fuel, but maybe I can just interrupt this and let's see. You might actually be able to see with that some bubbles in the bottom. So when you start to see bubbles in the bottom, you're at least 160. We're not capturing the steam. Like I said, I'm shooting this in real time. Just trying to do a quick video real quick. I told this person that I would try to shoot a video real quick so they could learn and prepare. And this is not only for Florence coming in, but this could be for the winter time with power outage. You never know when you would need this little tip or trick or useful idea. Let me see if I can raise you over here. There you can see some bubbles. Okay, that's 1/2 ounce of fuel. I know I've said that like 3 times, but this is so economical, so quick and easy. You don't have to go out and buy expensive camping gear. You can make it yourself very cheaply. And it's super efficient, and this is actually very ultralight. So if you need to just make yourself a little cook kit for emergencies, this is the way to go. Got a little bit of flame left under there. That's about all we're going to get. But that would be hot enough for me. That's 2 cups of water, simulating enough water to heat up some food, or there's some methods called freezer bag cooking. If you want to look that up, there's freezer bag meal ideas. So anyway, this is my emergency preparedness on the fly video, how to cook when the power is out. I appreciate you watching this video. It's really quick on the fly. I doubt I'm going to do any editing. I'm just going to put the pieces together as we go. But I wanted to get this video out tonight. Literally, this has taken me like 10 minutes start to finish, from making the stove to having our boiled water. And but I wanted to get this out so other people could know in plenty of time before the storm hits. And then if nothing happens, hey, you've got something between your ears that you can use for later on, perhaps this winter when the power is out. So I hope everyone stays safe, and be sure to prepare ahead of the storm. God bless you. Thanks for watching.